All the world's a stage, and all these gods and heroes merely players. Role players, to be precise. Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of Merely Role Players.
Yeah! Oh my god, what a podcast.
We are a group of theatre creatives who love to spend our spare time playing tabletop RPGs. We roll dice, we fight monsters, we tell stories. And we are delighted to have you with us here this evening at the beautiful Art Centre, Hounslow. My name is Jack. I'm a playwright and I will be your game master for this evening's performance. In front of me, we have the cast of our wonderful tale, and to my left in the tech booth, we have our stage manager, technical wizard extraordinaire, Amber. A very polite applause.
Very polite.
The most polite applause we've ever had. So, with that, the audience take their seats. The lights dim. The curtain rises. And the game begins. When we last left the city of Court, the Wayward family were on the hunt for clues regarding their missing sibling, Andre. Andre, who, according to the police, was dead. But the family, either not wanting to or not being able to believe it, decided that they wanted to find answers themselves. They had heard of strange occurrences going on at Old Father Crag, a curious landmark of the city. They headed there early in the morning and found a man painting the rock. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary. But then, a crack, a seam seemed to open up in the stone. A hand came through and killed the painter. And from the crack, 3 strange creatures occurred. The leader said the words, "For the realm," before jumping into battle. The party, tested for the first real time, found themselves very low on hit points. Benedict and Mason both went down. And Neoma discovered a new ability, transforming into a wolf, though not quite mastering her abilities, struggling to land a blow. When the enemies were finally defeated, and Mason and Benedict returned to consciousness through the use of the Goodberry spell, Ögra found herself slightly entranced by the crack in Old Father Crag. She went up to it and, looking through, saw a strange new world. Purple moss, mushrooms the size of trees, and a deep, deep blue sky. As she stared, a strange creature hopped into view, a rabbit the size of a man. It hopped over to her and waved. And that was where we shall pick up. Though, before that, we'll jump back just a little. Benedict.
Oh, that's me.
As you lay, bleeding out on the floor, as the battle was wrapped up around you, your vision moved in and out of focus. You could see the square with Old Father Crag. You could see your family around you. But then it kind of faded and interlaced with something else. And you found yourself standing on a street that you recognized. The crowds pushed past you, their shoes clipping down cobblestone pavings, and they're dressed strangely, long coats, tailored trousers, old-fashioned, like people out of a painting from days gone by. With the differences of the street and the surroundings, it takes you a moment to realize where you are. You're standing outside the theatre. But it looks different, less impressive, less magical. And the sign over the door doesn't read the Three Sisters Theatre, it reads Montfermeil Orphanage. You blink and suddenly you're inside the building. You're going down the main staircase, descending further downwards towards the dressing rooms, but something's wrong. Where the stairs to the dressing rooms end, where they've always ended all of your lives, there's another flight heading further down. You reach a door at the bottom of the staircase, and you push through it into a dark basement. The brick walls are mouldy and dank, and the paving stone floor is cracked. Weeds and moss push up through the cracks, giving the room a musty smell. Then there's a noise. Footsteps descending down the stairs. The door is thrown open and 3 figures pushed inside. A young woman, probably coming up to 18, standing defiant. A girl, not quite a teenager, wiping away tears, and a child, clutching at the eldest one's leg. From the stairwell, you hear a voice. "And you'll stay down there until you learn to behave." The door slams and the lock clicks, and the 3 girls are left alone. The oldest turns. She doesn't seem to see you. You see her face. So young. Unrecognizable almost, but there's a hardness there. A steel. The youngest girl is crying, and the oldest one kneels beside her. "It's okay. It's okay. We'll be okay." She looks to the middle child who's fighting back her own tears. "Maria, come on. Sing for her. You sing a song and I'll tell a story and the time will fly by." She leans back to the youngest, to Irina, because of course it is her. "Come on, Irina. Give us a little light, will you?" Maria, for of course it is Maria, starts to sing. It's different from the songs you would have heard her sing on stage. It's gentle, heartfelt, nostalgic. She sings of family and home. And little Irina dries her tears, she clicks her fingers, and this little ball of light pops into existence, illuminating the room. And as the song goes on, Holger looks around, for of course, it is Holger. She surveys the room, taking in everything with eyes that can see. As long as you've known her, she's been blind. She walks towards the main crack that runs throughout the centre of this room, from which moss is sprouted, moss of green and purple. She kneels down and touches the moss. And as she does so, in front of your eyes and in front of hers, lilac flowers begin to sprout along the crack. And then before you can see any more, you are dragged back to consciousness. Neoma is kneeling beside you. She hands you some berries, pushes you to eat them. As she moves over to your brother and starts trying to bring Mason back, you kind of sit there. Your body aches, and you'd forgotten what this feels like, the aftermath of a battle, but it didn't feel like this. You were younger and fitter and stronger. You didn't ache as much. And as you're thinking that, groggily kind of eating these berries, feeling yourself healing, you hear a voice. "Look at you. Used to be something, you know, Benedict. Used to be beautiful. Now you can barely swing that thing without your back going out. Whether you look or not, you can feel Tarquin sat beside you."
Where the fuck have you been?
"I've been here, my lad. I wasn't the one who forgot."
We've spoken about this. We know why.
"You made a promise to me years ago, Benedict. A promise that we wouldn't let people get away with things like this? Or have you forgotten that as well?
Why do you think I'm here?
Why are you here? You're not what you used to be. Couldn't even save the boy. Do you think he was alive when they threw him in the river?
He's not dead.
Do you think his last thoughts were of you?
Why are you doing this? Why are you here? You must see something.
Yeah. I do. I never left, Benedict. He leans close. We can still be something, you and I. We can still make them pay.
Who?
Everyone. Just swear to me, like you did before.
I was a boy before.
Or I can go. I can take away all the power I've given you. You can grow old and ordinary. Come on. It's just a little promise.
We'll look over at Mason and Neoma, and probably also at Ögra, who has done the brunt of the legwork in most of our combat. And that's definitely like hit Benedict's sort of pride. What are the terms?
The same as they were before. I don't want anything from you, Benedict, other than a promise to enact vengeance when you see fit.
I have
believe
missed
in you.
it. And they need me, apparently. I'm being told. He'll like stare into Tarquin's eyes for a bit. Can I check if he's being sincere?
You can make an insight check, yeah.
16.
He's a very difficult to read individual. He's not mortal. But there is a kind of, I guess, a yearning there. He wants you to say yes. He cares. You're not sure what about, but about something.
Is Andre alive? You must know. Or have a feeling.
I don't know. But I also don't have a feeling that he's dead.
Okay. Yeah, I need you.
That's all I wanted to hear. And he leans in and just kisses you on the cheek. And as his lips make contact with your skin, he disappears. Ögra.
Hi.
While this has been happening and while your family has been slowly pulled back to consciousness, you're staring through the gap in Old Father Crag into this bizarre other world these mushrooms, this moss. There's a river running along, and like it looks really. There's just something kind of uncanny about it that you can't put your finger on until you realize that the water is flowing uphill rather than down.
Cool.
And there, kind of 20 meters or so away, is this man, this rabbit, waving at you. He carries a little briefcase. You wave at him?
Yeah, I think I waved first. I think I initiated the waving.
Very friendly.
He starts to hop over to you.
Okay.
And as he does, you feel this inexplicable urge to join him.
Yeah.
You feel this pull unlike anything you've ever felt before. His world is so beautiful. His world is where you should be.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom
right.
save for me.
Sure. Okay. So that is an 11.
He hops up until he's kind of close enough to touch. He reaches down and he plucks a lilac flower out of the ground. And he holds it just on the other side of the crack. You want that flower.
Yeah. No, I do want that flower. Can I?
You can put your arm
I'm
through.
going to reach through and get the flower. Because it's for me.
It's for you.
It's for me.
As you reach your arm through, you hear a strange kind of grinding noise.
Uh-huh.
And the rock, which is pulled apart, suddenly begins to... Can you make a dex save for me?
Oh no.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
You have danger sense.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I've got danger sense, and that does
How do you
something
know
here.
these things?
Danger sense gives me advantage on dex saves against things I can see.
You can see this.
Sweet.
How was that first roll?
So my first roll was a 9 for a grand total of 9. And my second roll was a 4.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's a bold way to start if you lose your hand. In the
Oh,
first,
yeah.
Like,
So,
You could lose your hand.
Ögra. The grinding noise kind of snaps you out of this like reverie that you'd been in.
Yeah.
You see the rabbit's face filled with panic as you pull your arm back, not quite quick enough. The crack slams shut around here, severing your hand.
Is it, do you think it's fair to say it was probably my left hand? If I had my sword in my right, I wouldn't have reached forward with that.
That's allowed.
Cool. Cool, carry on.
You drag your left arm back through the crack and look down at a stump, spurting blood. All of you would have heard this like snap of rocks landing together. And if you turn, you probably see Ögra turning back to you without a hand.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick.
Neoma's gonna like scream and then jump up and grab. She's probably got like a picnic blanket. She definitely brought a picnic
did,
blanket.
you-
She's gonna
you brought a
grab the picnic blanket out of her bag and she's gonna shove it over the wound and try and like stem the bleeding.
My hand is in the rock, in the wild,
So-
the purple wild is where my hand is.
So,
the mind.
Ögra, you take 5 points of damage from the hand being chopped off.
Yeah.
Neoma, make a medicine check.
Oh, I should have, pulled all of my dice out.
As Neoma is wrapping the stump, Mason will grab Ögra's face and start calming her down. And whilst he does so, Cure Wounds will sort of activate, and I'll heal you for. That's a 1. No, it's a 7. Oh my gosh, 11 points.
Oh, thanks.
A 19.
Okay, so Neoma, as you like wrap the picnic blanket, or you like rip a bit off, wrap it round Ögra's hand, stemming the bleeding. Mason, you hold your sister's face. Like you're almost healing like psychic damage here as much as you are healing the actual, because you can't regrow the hand, but you're like calming her down, stopping the pain, stopping the adrenaline that's coursing through her. Ögra, as you're kind of coming back to your senses, the sonophones begin to wail.
What the hell?
The sonophones, you'll remember, are these kind of lamppost-like structures which have kind of gramophones at the top of them. They're used to kind of spread messages around the city, the changing price of grain or salt, any big news that that people need to be aware of, like announcements that people need to have. You hear this like wailing alarm coming from them, and then a mechanical voice. Please do not move from this area. An incident has occurred and law enforcement is on their way. Please do not move from the area. An incident has occurred and law enforcement is on their way. And just repeating over and over.
We need to leave.
We need to go.
With my right hand, I'm like trying to claps the greatsword, which I now can't really carry because it's a two-handed weapon.
I'll see that struggle and I'll walk over and I'll try and seeing you. I'll collapse it for you.
Thanks.
And I'll be like, I'll take this guy and I'll put my arm around you. We need to go, everyone. Let's leave.
Can I have a quick look at the rock and just see if there's any crack left? Any?
Sure. Make a perception check. Lawrence, also make a perception check.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope the rabbit man picks up my hand.
12.
Bad. Really bad. Awful even. Where's my perception? That's a 3.
Okay.
I'm panicking.
You're panicking, you don't see anything. Benedict, you kind of look at the rock, you don't see anything. There's no line where this was. It seems to have healed perfectly, as if there never was an opening. And as you're looking, a figure steps from around the rock.
Oh.
Hooded, cloaked, kind of this like bandana thing around the lower half of her face.
I'll pull out my morning star straight away. Don't come any closer.
She holds up her hands. And as she does so, and as she speaks, you all recognize Umia, the priestess of Korak, who, according to the Alloy Knights, is responsible for the death of your brother. She throws up her hands. I'm not here to hurt you. You can't be here.
Neither can you.
I know that. I can get you out.
They're saying you killed our brother.
And do you believe them?
I don't know yet.
Benedict, we don't have time for this. Get us out of here now.
I have a safe place.
Fine.
Yes. Quickly.
Follow. She turns, starts running off. Do you follow?
Yeah, I'll pull Ögra along with me.
Yeah, I'm trying to gather up everything that is left, so I'll be just putting bags together and like running with things.
Okay.
I'll help Neoma and I'll keep my head on a swivel looking for any sign of the guards approaching.
How big are the creatures that we've killed? And then do they disappear?
They
did, yeah.
burst into. There are signs of the battle left. There's like scorch marks where they exploded. There's blood. But there is no bodies other than the body of the painter that is like slumped against the rock.
Take that. Shall I take this?
I don't care. Just do something. We need to go now.
Person.
I know.
No, leave it. They know something's happened here. Let's just go.
Okay. As you follow Umia, we are going to enter a skill challenge.
What's a skill challenge?
Rather than kind of running through this in initiative where we literally go 6 seconds by 6 seconds by 6 seconds, this is more of like a big kind of montage of you attempting to get to safety.
While we try on different outfits.
While you try on different outfits, while you Eye of the Tiger plays as you pump yourselves up. So the way this works is over the course of this chase, this flight, you all are able to make a skill check. Now that can be anything that you think can help, and if you can justify why a certain skill would help you in this situation, then I'll let you roll it. There are 5 of you. There is a set DC for this. If 3 of you pass it, you will reach your destination safely. If 3 of you fail, there might be consequences.
Oh dear.
You can make the same check as someone else, but if you do so, the DC will raise. So for instance, if one of you rolls stealth, the next person to roll stealth, it's going to get harder and harder and harder. You start to flee through the city. You're following Umi as she's kind of weaving, taking you down back alleys. You can hear everywhere you go, this sonophone announcement is blaring. You see people like looking up, kind of market vendors packing up their gear, people that are heading for their homes. Clearly something's happened. Who would like to make the first attempt to help you through this?
I was going to cast Hunter's Mark on Umir in the hope that it will help us. Because it says you get advantage on survival checks. So that sort of help us follow her, don't lose track of her.
Okay.
And she's kind of winding
Great.
away.
That's nice. So you cast Hunter's Mark, and she's now, you have this innate sense of her, and there are a few times where she pulls away and you lose sight, and the rest of you begin to panic, but then Benedict just shepherds you along. Would you like to make I'll allow you to make either a survival or a perception check
Yeah, I'll do survival.
at advantage to make sure that you don't lose Umia in this chase.
Guidance. I can do that. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. 13.
Okay. For a few moments, you lose her, and even with your Hunter's Mark, your mind is spinning. You've just had this encounter with Tarquin. You've been knocked out. Ögra doesn't have a hand. You keep kind of getting pulled your focus, and then you manage to stay. You manage to stay with her, but she keeps having to stop and is beckoning you along. You're slower than you want to be. As you turn, you hit a crowd of worshippers who were just leaving a church to the Shepherd of the Dead. You kind of hit them as they're milling around, and it slows you down. Who's next?
I think as we hit this crowd, Lawrence will take the opportunity to try and disguise him and Ögra kind of as like an old couple that are in the throngs of this procession, and he'll probably be reaching into his disguise kit, like grabbing like a fake little goatee for himself and like maybe like a grey wig for Ögra to kind of make us just look like an older couple that are like kind of hobbling through this town.
Okie dokie. So you can make a disguise kit check. I can't remember whether that is dexterity or.
Isn't it just D20 plus your proficiency?
It might be.
I could be wrong.
Okay.
Are you proficient in disguise kits?
Yes.
Let me.
If you open up disguise kits, I think it tells you skill.
Perfect.
Oh jeez.
Are you okay?
Yeah, a little shiver just went down my
being
spine. I'm
let
just
down
so
by
in the
the
I
moment.
don't have one in my new character sheet.
Sorry.
You have no hand.
Any ability
I'm
checks
really
you make
aware.
to create a visual disguise. So it's still an ability check. So
Okay.
I'll allow you to do this either with wisdom, where you're kind of like essentially perceptioning, like, are we hidden, or with dexterity to. Were you pulling your face at
Perceptioning?
Yes, I know. Or
That's a real word.
dexterity, like quickness of hand. Can you get the stuff on?
We're doing speed.
We're doing speed.
That is a 23.
Oh, thank.
As you kind of push through this crowd of worshippers and emerge out the other side, the rest of you look, and Ögra and Lawrence are not there anymore. There's a couple of like elderly people who are following you. You think at first that you've picked up 2 of the worshippers who are like maybe on like a tour of the city, but then you see their eyes and maybe you hear Lawrence's voice and you're like, oh no, okay, they're with us.
I love that there's 2 like ancient people running alongside us.
So fast. Come on, dear, let's go.
Can I do the next check?
Of course.
I figured that whole situation would have. I'm imagining we're at the back of the pack. I imagine that would have slowed us down. Mm-hmm. Can I roll athletics to try and keep pace with everyone catches up?
You can roll athletics to try and keep pace.
Question. As I've just suffered a grievous injury and am probably still a little bit in shock, will I be rolling at a disadvantage?
You will. You have essentially, which I meant to say, you have a level of exhaustion for the
Right.
shock coursing through you.
Cool.
You can, if you want to, you can rage.
No, I'm not going to rage.
Okay.
That feels like a weird thing to do at this point in time. I'm just gonna pray.
She's really got into character with the worshippers.
12.
12.
13 wasn't great, so I think 12.
It's more than 10.
As you're kind of running past this church, and you guys are slightly delayed, you see a group of town guards like kind of step out and start scanning around, and you start to speed up, and you see one of them kind of lock onto you as you start to speed up, and maybe go, why are they running at such speed? Those old people are moving much quicker than old people potentially should be moving. Okay, Neoma, Mason.
Have you got one?
Go for it.
I was going to say, so I'd quite like to try and roll. I want to feel the vibe of the. I'm going to feel the vibes of the city, and then, you know when you're running, and you're kind of going in opposite direction to people, and you can see kind of where they're coming from, and I want to try and get the vibe of where the hustle and bustle is, and where actually is a kind of quieter route that we might be able to avoid people. So
Okay.
I'm sort of thinking like an insight.
Yeah, I was
Is that
going to say,
right? Yeah.
you're kind of reading the city.
I'm reading the
You've lived here
vibes.
all your life. You know the
Yeah.
rhythms. I like that.
Oh gosh, if we had.
I thought you were going to bash out another fog cloud, if I'm honest.
I feel like that would be drawing attention to us. Oh god. God, that is an 8.
Okay.
God.
Again, you're just
Sorry.
completely
No.
like overwhelmed by this. You're trying to read it, but people keep like running into you. One of them maybe knocks your hood down, and you suddenly feel very exposed.
Ögra's lost a hand.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've had 3 failures.
I'm sorry.
Didn't even get to you.
Mason,
Yeah.
what I'll say,
Yeah.
you're watching this, you're realizing that you're slowing down, you're not moving quick enough. You kind of reach the edge of the old town, and there's a wall that runs. The old town itself has this kind of old town wall that surrounds it, and there are gates in it that go through into the newer parts of the city. You reach one of these gates, and it's locked. They're clearly trying to keep whoever's in this space in. So Umia swears. What language does everyone speak?
It's a great question.
It's a really
Do
lovely
you just
question.
want to tell us what language you're asking if we speak? Or we're going to list all of the languages.
Hold on,
let's list some
let me
languages.
check
German,
her character
French,
sheet.
A little bit of Italian.
I speak Sylvan,
Boko.
Orcish, Common.
Goblin.
Really?
Goblin D's.
Wow.
I just couldn't help myself.
Enough said.
Your sister's lost her hand.
Hold on. Let me just get up her
in
character
character.
sheet.
He really struggles
How did you lost your hand?
with trauma.
I can't wield my weapon anymore.
Did you know that was going to
You're the
happen?
most useless barbarian I've ever met.
What have we learned from this? What have we learned?
Don't stick our hands in rocks.
I did fail 3
That's what we should take away
saves.
from today.
That makes up for all the combat where you just literally bossed every
And now I'll
enemy.
never
Jack's,
boss anything
this is
again.
it. Jack thinks that Ögra's too powerful.
Does anyone speak Elvish?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so you hear her swear in Elvish, and then kind of turn tail, head in a different direction. What I will say to you, Mason, is the DC for this check is 50. If you can succeed this one at a 20 or higher, I'll say that you can drag someone else's failure into a success and mean that you guys reach your destination safely. Anything less than a 20, and you're going to have to deal with the consequences.
Sure.
Oh, that's so threatening.
Sure. That makes a lot of sense to me.
can do
So
this.
here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Are there alloy knights chasing us, or just?
As you kind of reach this locked gate, and Omia pushes you in a different way, you cast your eyes around and you see a group of town guards appear out into they're looking around, clearly looking for someone, potentially looking for you. And behind them, you hear the clank of armored footsteps, and you imagine that potentially that is one of the alloy knights on their tail.
I will turn to my puppet, and I will request the puppet go with the family as I purposefully lag behind. And as I turn back to the town guard / alloy knights, I will disguise self and look like Andre.
Okay.
As he lags, can I touch him and cast guidance?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because I'll see him obviously doing something smart, I assume.
Okay.
Gets the slip in his face.
I'm gonna wait for the alloy knight to sort of make a little bit, get a little bit closer to us.
Okay, you see the Knight of the Copper, this who you've met before, crash down this street. Like, you hear him turn to his guards. Which way they go? One of them turns and points, and then he turns and sees you.
I have my crossbow in my hand and my reinforced bolts loaded, and I will hopefully try and investigate the quickest route out of here whilst looking directly at the alloy knight, and I'll wink.
The quickest route, not following them.
Not following them. I'm probably going up to use the bolts to climb up.
Okay. Okay, I'll tell you what this is going to be. Rather than a single check with a DC of 20, this is going to be 2 checks.
Okay.
If you can succeed both of them,
Okay.
it will get you through.
Okay.
But the DC will be lower than 20.
Everyone, I'd like you to know Mason is exhausted. So he does have disadvantage.
You have a D4 there.
I have a D4.
The first check is an investigation check.
Okay.
How well do you roll here will determine the DC for the second check.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
16.
Okay. You eye up this alloy knight, you wink at him. He's got a helmet on that covers his face, as most of them do. Only the Knight of the Gold ever really shows his face. The alloy knights tend to keep their identity secret. The whole point of them is that they kind of throw off their mortal identity and become the knight. But even without his face, you see a kind of stiffening, a confusion.
Excellent.
You kind of dart your eyes up and see that there are some lower houses that back onto the wall. And you're like, they've just locked that gate. They're going to have to get the key out, get it through. If I can get up and over those houses, I'll have a good 2 minutes to get away from them before they can get to me. So now I would say it's an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
I don't know if you still have guidance and he lost a minute.
I think it's just the next.
Oh, is it just the next one?
Check the wording.
I think it is a minute. I think it's time.
Guidance does stick around, I think.
Does it?
Yeah.
Up
Oh,
to
it is
a
a
minute.
minute, yeah.
A minute.
Oh no, to one ability check of its choice.
Yeah, I thought it was just the
Damn.
next one.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to write down the DC.
This may or may not change the fate of the dice by making this statement, but Mason will look at the alloy knight and be like, "You thought you got me? Try again." He gets me because that's a 2. Plus 1 for a 3.
Oh no.
Oh god!
Slip on the bolt.
You really dug yourself a hole there.
Yeah. You have to go big.
Yeah, go big or go home.
I guess I'll go.
Okay. So,
It's okay, I lost an hour.
Bad day for the Wayward family.
here's the question for the rest of you. Would you have stopped?
I'm not in charge of what I'm doing movement-wise. Lawrence is in charge of that.
I'm just trying to think with hoods up, blinkers on. I don't know if we would have really been the most perceptive of what was going on around us. We would have just been gunning forwards.
It felt very chaotic, didn't it? So it.
I would have done.
We
'cause
probably
I've
didn't
stopped
even
to do
notice.
guidance.
Ben wants to stop. I
would have
just
got-
don't
I
know
would
if
have got
Lawrence
to a
would have
point
seen.
where I can see the rest of the family leaving, but turn back to check if Mason is alive.
Okay, I'll tell you what, you three, what are your passive perceptions?
11.
16.
God, I have to know so much information today. 10.
Okay. Neoma,
Yeah.
you kind of glance your eyes back. You notice Benedict stop and turn, and you kind of follow his gaze, and you see Andre. You see Andre start to like dart up, try to climb this wall. He grabs his hand around something, you're not really sure what it is, and it snaps out, and he falls and lands on his back. You see the Knight of the Copper moving towards him.
Oh, I drop everything and I'm running back. And I'm going to shout Andre.
If I s- and I will stop her because she'll be running back along my path, right?
Yeah.
Because I think I would know that it was.
You see the disguised self.
It's not him. It's Mason. And then.
Well, there's still a copper
yeah,
knight or
yeah,
alloy
yeah.
knight.
No, you didn't get high enough to.
Well, I can
easier if I was
do
knocked
something.
out.
Can
You
I
can do
do
something?
something? So I see him running. Wait. This is level 2 spell, babies.
Oh my god.
I know, right? I'm going to. How far away is it? 60 feet long and 10 feet wide. How far away is Mason / Andre?
I'll say about 50 feet.
About 50 feet. Oh.
This is stressful.
I'm going to try casting Command,
How far's the range?
60 feet, on... So there's the Alloy Knight, and then there's a load of other guards.
There's a load of other guards who are just like milling behind 5 of them.
We can take him. Level 3. We can take him. Level 3.
I feel like the Alloy Knight will save.
We're all going to prison, right?
I'm
I'm just going to do it on one of the guards.
Okay.
It's a Wisdom save.
And what do you say?
I don't know if I can say this, but I want to basically encourage him to get in the Alloy Knight's way. So like lie down in front of him.
Can you
Or
read
like-
me the?
Well, it's like it says.
So you want
it's
to do
actually- no,
grovel.
I can't
It's
do
a
that.
one word.
It's one word command. Maybe I have to do it on the Alloy Knight then. Unless maybe I can command it to scream. Like really loud,
Okay.
in the hope that it will just pull his focus
That's
Oh, that's a good
that's what
idea.
you're
for
gonna do.
enough time for Mason / Andre to.
Okay. I rolled a 5.
Woohoo!
So Mason, you like scramble up this, you feel your bolt snap, you land, you're kind of winded, you turn, you see the Alloy Knight kind of, what's the word I was going for? I don't know.
Lumbering.
Thank you. Lumbering over towards you in their heavy mail. You kind of freeze, and then you see one of the guards who's running inside just stop and go. The Alloy Knight like turns and is momentarily distracted, and you see that there is a path. There is another chance to escape.
Yeah, take it.
I didn't take it.
Okay.
Well, no. Okay. Do we have any other choice to do anything else?
What would you want to do?
So the thing that I was going to do was I'm going to run a bit further forward if you let me. I'm going to sort of shove you out of the way a little bit, and then I want to cast if I can. So Mason's on the floor, Andre's on the floor, prone,
Yeah.
and the knight is stood up.
Yeah. Just probably about 5 feet away from him at this stage. Paused for a second, looking at the.
So I have gust of wind. Which, but I want to try and do it in the place that is above Mason, so I don't want to hit him. But I imagine I could maybe do that if someone stood up and someone's laying down.
They're more at a cross section to you, so it's not
It's not a straight line.
it's not a
with
straight
Mason
line
in.
between you, Mason, and the Alloy Knight. So you could just get the Alloy Knight.
Oh,
if you
I want
wanted
to do that then. I want to do it your way. So I cast gust of wind.
Okay, what does that look like?
So I'll get into, so it has to be a straight line from me, so I'll position myself in whatever way. And then I'm going to reach out. Do I? So I've not done, do I need that?
No.
I don't need that. Okay. I'm going to sort of push my hands out in front of me, and I'm going to feel the kind of primal, nature-y power that's within me, and I'm gonna just shut my eyes, and I can feel like wind start to pick up around me, and I'm just gonna throw it all out of my hand in like such a force. It's sort of, again, I feel like everything comes kind of primal from her. So she's got that spell, which is just, what's the one, the cantrip that she has? Gust. It's like Gust, but she's so worried about Mason that primarily she just pushes it all out from there.
And you've got the hand still.
Yeah, the trauma of the missing hand is really like, it's a bit like rage, but
An idea that like Benedict's hair just like
channeling your trauma.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you read me the spell?
yes, so a line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line, so we're probably going to roll initiative, I guess, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you in a direction following the line. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to...
Okay, so he has to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah.
What is your DC?
How do I know that?
There. 14.
Oh, 14.
14. Okay, what I'm going to say, because he's distracted, and also he's not expecting this, he doesn't know you're there, he's distracted by this scream, he's going to roll at disadvantage when he's suddenly hit by this gust of wind. 14. He succeeds.
Okay, so nothing.
But
But it stays up.
But it does stay up, yeah.
the combination of those two things, it will slow him down. What do you do?
Try and run away.
Up over or back towards them?
Up over.
Okay. We're going to say, make an acrobatics check. He's going to make, he's also going to make a dexterity check at disadvantage to try and grab you.
12.
15. You watch as, despite this wind gusting at him, the Alloy Knight Mason like scrambles up, Andre scrambles up, and he grabs your ankle.
I'm gonna head over.
Get you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh, I rolled a natural 1.
Well, you're feeling pretty bad
So I
today.
think I'll go at the end.
Are we in
bad,
initiative, as in me and you?
Yeah.
We have to be in the initiative.
Yeah, but
are
like,
we in the fight?
are we in the
That's
fight is the question.
I
here.
shouted Andre, if that helps at all. I turned around and dropped all of my stuff and shouted Andre.
Also, don't forget you can go 60 feet in 6 seconds.
What?
Why 60
You
feet?
can
in
dash.
Oh,
Because
because
of
he can go
dashing.
90.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, but probably not.
Okay, cool.
Anyone higher than 20?
Yes.
Whoa!
22.
22.
Look at you go.
I did really bad.
19 to 15?
18.
15.
And what did you two get?
I got a 3.
And you were a natural one.
Yeah.
Let me check those. Okay, so let me paint the scene for you. There's a wall which kind of you're up against, which runs down and around. If you guys are looking back at the scene, this wall runs to your left. Built into these walls are a few houses, which Mason is up against. You're in a kind of street which follows the wall round. So on one side you've got the wall, and on the other side you've got just houses and shops and things. There are people milling around, but as this started happening, they've mainly scattered. So really, the only people left around are you guys and these guards. Mason and the Alloy Knight are locked together in kind of the center of the field. About 30 feet behind them, down the street, is the other 5 guards, one of whom just screamed their head off. You guys are like 50 feet away from them. And then you two, I would say, are 20 feet further. So you two are 70 feet from Mason and the Alloy Knight. You guys are 50.
I think I moved a little bit further to be able to cast.
Okay, I'll say
Because
40.
it does say it's 60 feet, but I think I would have
Yeah,
wanted
that's,
to
okay.
obviously
I'll say 40 for you, so it would have given you. Lawrence, you would have heard the shout, the scream, the gust. You turn and that is the sight you see.
I think he'll turn on his heels and dig his heels into the ground and stop and turn to Ögra, and he'll just say, "Wait here, I've got this." And then he's gonna bonus action dash to. He's gonna bonus action dash to the Alloy Knight.
Okay, how far can you go?
60 feet,
So you can get to within 10 feet of them.
within 10 feet. Damn. What I want to do is oh no, this is a bad idea, guys. Oh.
Do it.
Should we just let him be captured?
I want to throw my dagger at the Alloy Knight's hand.
Do you need to go into the...
Okay. As he grabs onto Mason.
Yeah,
Okay.
I need to try and get him free. So is that just a roll to attack?
That is a
hit?
ranged attack roll, yeah. Your ally is within 5 feet of him, so it would technically count a sneak attack if you hit it.
Oh,
So
how exciting.
You'll get the sneak attack damage.
17?
17 misses. As you run up, you hurl this dagger, and it clinks off of the metal copper gauntlet that the Alloy Knight wears. He turns his head to face you.
He will. I'm still dressed as an old man.
He turns his head to face you and then pauses. Leave that boy alone. Nice. Okay. He looks baffled by this. If someone in a helmet can look baffled.
An exclamation mark appears above his head.
It is his turn. What's he going to do?
Chop off Mason's leg, and then we've lost a leg and an arm.
This fight's
Eventually we
gonna
can make a
cost an
whole
arm
new
or leg.
body.
Limbless.
He's going to. So he's grabbed Mason.
Am I grappled?
You are grappled. Not restrained, but grappled. He's got Mason's foot in his hand. Mason's halfway up this building. He grabs it with his left, reaches into over his back and pulls out a great sword, and then just holds it at Mason. And he's going to hold his action, and he's going to say, "Surrender yourselves and no one gets hurt." Mason, you're up. Neoma, you're on deck.
Yeah, fuck it, I surrender. That's my turn. I can't do anything. I've got no spells.
Okay. He kind of pulls you down off of the ladder, pulls you into his arms, sword still at his throat. Ladder off of the wall.
Is my puppet around there?
Your puppet's with these guys.
Excellent, because I think he goes right after me.
Yep. I was like, he's up with Neoma.
I'd love for him to take out his magnifying glass and blast the Alloy Knight.
This poor Alloy Knight's got this old dude screaming at him, and then this puppet just appears.
I love Mason being like, "Yeah, I surrender." My puppet, however.
Okay, make an attack.
That's a natural one.
Oh dear.
So the puppet, what is it? It's like a beam, isn't it? It's like an energy
Yeah,
beam. The
it's a
puppet
force beam.
pulls out its magnifying glass, and Neoma, you turn just in time to see the puppet go. This beam of light just flies, misses everything, hits the house behind, blows off a chunk of wall. The Alloy Knight head snaps around to see this explosion, snaps back at the puppet, and then you would hear he goes, "I'm so glad you did that." And he's going to take 2 attacks against Mason.
No.
It's got no hit points.
Oh God.
There's a puppet that did it.
First one is a natural 1.
Woo!
Misses.
He like pulls the pommel of his greatsword round and goes to slam it into Mason's head, and you just duck, and he hits the wall behind you and like, ugh! And I'm gonna say he drops the greatsword like as it kind of vibrates in his hand. He looks like, you little shit, and he's gonna try and just hit you with an unarmed strike. You know.
Our reaction headbutt it.
What was that?
Nothing.
You what?
14?
Yeah, that hits.
That hits. Okay. You're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning
down.
damage. Okay. It's non-lethal. He's not trying to kill you. But he just goes, you little shit, and just clocks you in the face with a metal gloved hand.
I am no longer Andre, I imagine. Oh no, it's not concentration.
Is it not concentration? Andre collapses in his arms.
Does the puppet stay?
Yeah.
Yeah, the puppet just keeps going. So you're not rolling death saves,
Puppet
but you are
Ögra with it.
unconscious.
Oh yeah.
Ögra, not Ögra, Neoma.
Oh gosh. Okay, so Mason's down.
Mason's down.
Aloe Knight up.
Very up.
So
Why are you gonna ask you it now?
and then the exits are here and here. Okay, I think I'm going to, because he's already by him anyway. So gust of wind. Oh, I don't know.
He's holding him now.
You can't move it, can you?
I can
can.
move it. I
that
can
a
change the direction. It's coming out. It comes out of me no matter what.
But that's a bonus action as well. So
Yes.
You can probably do that and then cast the spell.
No, well, the other spell is concentration that I would
Oh,
want
I
to
see.
do. So I'm thinking I might drop. How easy would it be for me to? How? Okay, my thoughts are that I want to try and cast Entangled,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I will be. I don't want to do it if I know that I'm just going to entangle Mason as well. So how easy would it be?
Yeah, you do it from starting point from.
Yeah, so I would do it from behind.
Further back, yeah.
Yeah. You can literally specify.
Because I've got
where it
90
starts.
feet. So can I catch the Aloe Knight without catching Mason?
Sorry, I was looking something up. Repeat this for me.
Wow, this is so rude. Entangled. I want to try and entangle this stupid Aloe Knight and not entangle Mason. Is that feasible?
Yes.
I will do that then.
If
Thank
you
very much.
just kind of have him right on the edge of it.
Yes, that's what I'll do.
Then yes, you can.
So I'm going to drop Gust of Wind.
Okay.
And I did use it, so you know. And then I'm going to cast Entangle.
Disgusting wind move inanimate objects.
Gust of Wind. Does it move inanimate objects? I would assume so, yes. I mean, it moves anything, any creature in the line of movement.
I was just thinking you could blow Mason away. 15 feet. But I don't
It
know
would
if
blow. It would blow past. It would blow the wrong way from us. I don't think I could pull it with it because it has to come
No,
from
no,
me.
but we still get him out of range, I guess. But no, you do you.
No, yeah, I'll drop Gust of Wind. I'm going to cast Entangled and try and entangle. So it's a 20-foot square starting from a point within range. So I want to catch him and then whatever other town's guard I can get from behind.
Okay.
And so you
20-foot square.
Yeah.
20-foot square.
I don't think you can get because they're
They're quite far
30
away.
feet away.
But it'll stay up.
But it will
again.
stay there.
Oh, they're 30 feet behind the Aloe Knight.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Ideally, I'll block the whole path.
Yeah,
so if
yeah,
they come
yeah,
into
yeah.
the range,
You'll basically like create.
then block it off. Yeah.
Great. Okay. What does he have to do?
He has to make another strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Yeah.
He's relatively good at these.
Yes, I assumed he would
Natural
be.
20.
Damn and blah.
So like vines begin to reach up around, and he just literally like they start to rip around his foot, and he just goes and like rips them out of the ground, root and stem.
Okay.
Anything else?
So
enjoying
essentially, I only had one shot at that, didn't I? And if it didn't work on the first go.
If that's what it says.
So it says a creature in the area when you cast the spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained. On a success, it frees itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it stays in the area, I guess.
It's concentration up to a minute, so it'll stay there for a minute, but I don't think it
I don't think it's a resave.
Unless maybe if he leaves the area and then goes back
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, but he's obviously right on the edge of it. No, I guess. What can I do anything? I mean, I could. I don't really want to do that one. No, that's it. That's all I got, baby. Sorry.
It's the guard's turn.
Oh, actually, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to start making my way towards the fray.
You're going to move your full 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get up next to Lawrence.
Okay.
I realise I needed to roll something. Okay. So. Umia, behind you.
I forgot she was here.
You're the only one still there, really, with her. She turns and is like, oh no. And she just starts to sprint back towards the fray as well. She's also going to dash. So she's going to end up... She basically runs next to you, Neoma.
Okay.
Then the guards are going to all level their crossbows.
Level up.
They're all going to level up.
Whoa!
They don't have crossbows. How strange. They're all going to run in that case.
They're imaginary crossbow.
They're all going to run in.
Today.
I thought tag it.
They're going to... There's 5 of them. 2 of them are going to attack you, Neoma, because you've
It's
just got...
difficult terrain, just to let you know.
They cannot get to you.
Ha! Ha!
They get... Well, actually, they couldn't get you in attack anyway. But they get like halfway through it and are like, what?
Yeah, it doesn't... I don't think it
No, it
restrains
doesn't
them. They had to
re-grab
be
them,
there,
but
but
they are-
it is difficult terrain.
Great. No, that's very useful. Benedict.
Oh. Desperate. This is pretty desperate.
So you're about 50 feet from the guard.
Yeah.
Shiver.
I'm going to use my action to dash.
Okay.
And I want to try, if I can, get myself within 10 feet of the guards and the Alloy Knight. Is there a space? Or some of the guards?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you also in the difficult terrain?
Yeah.
Well, only for that last 10 feet, I guess.
You literally get into it as you arrive it. So now you're in difficult terrain, but it doesn't affect your movement.
So towards the end, as he's running to these Alloy Knights, anyone who can see him, his eyes go green, like bright green.
Ooh.
Scars just appear like all over his body, like all over his face, all over his hands, all over his arms, and 2 enormous black wings
What?
sprout out, like made of sort of like smoke, but like ridiculously big, like enormous, sprout out of his back.
What?
Oh, gorgeous. I didn't see it.
And he's going to use Necrotic Shroud. So basically, anything within 10 feet needs to make a Charisma saving throw. It's not very high, though. That was fun.
That was weird.
Took my
Hello?
headphone out my ear and it decided to play out loud.
And that's a bonus action, which
That's
is
a
why
bonus
I was
action?
able to dash.
Okay. So 5 guards. Charisma saving throw. What's the DC?
13.
13.
Hey, to be fair, most of the guards we've spoken to have not been amazingly charismatic.
That's true,
so-
yeah.
Well, they have a +0. So Well, 3 of them succeed,
Ugh,
but 2 of them fail. What happens to the failed ones?
they just have to... Oh, they're frightened of me.
They are frightened. They cannot get any closer, and they are at disadvantage on any attacks against you.
You sound frightening.
Oh, that's a
so-
good question.
Thank
Do
you.
me and...
No,
Okay.
it doesn't affect allies.
Does it
I'm
affect
still...
alloys?
Yeah.
It does affect alloys, yeah. It actually specifies allies, but or alloys in brackets.
Okay. So the Knight of the Copper is also going to roll.
Nice.
He's got a +1. He's not amazing at this. He fails.
Oh,
Yes!
that's good news.
That's
He is
amazing.
frightened of you.
Well, sort of good. But it's me, so you can't get any closer to me.
But that
stand-
essentially means he can't really get any closer to anyone
Okay.
because of where you're
Oh,
where you're
great.
positioned.
I also deal extra damage on them if I hit
That's
them.
me and his
Great.
hands.
The question is if you hit them.
If I hit them. Yeah, chance to live.
Okay. I'm 70 feet away from the body of the fight. I am disguised as an old lady, and I am missing a hand.
These are the situations that you have found
And you're
yourself in.
exhausted.
And I'm exhausted. The smart thing to do would be to leave.
How smart is Ögra? What's
However, Ögra's never considered herself a filthy coward. So I'll also run into the fray. However, I don't actually know I'm going to do anything other than dash on my turn. Because I don't know if I really can.
Good rage.
If I can, I could rage.
Haven't you got?
I've got one left. I do have one left. Do I want to do that?
You could roll your dice if you first die.
Ooh, I could do that.
Do it.
She's panicking. She's in a lot of. She's distressed. She's distressed. Everything seems to be going wrong. It's not fair, and that sort of thought. She's just lost her hand. She's very angry, actually, and I'm gonna rage.
Okay. Please roll on the wild magic table.
I rolled a 3.
What does that do?
Instant death.
It's the instant death one.
Aren't you glad you rolled
Oh.
I know which one it is. A flump appears.
Okay. So, a few things happen here, Ögra. You stood there, your party were all running in one direction, now they're all running in another direction. Your hand is still like throbbing with pain.
I'm still holding a picnic blanket.
Yeah, like
Well, not holding.
but it's like disguised. So there's a fake hand disguised where your actual hand is. Oh no, it's not a magic spell. You probably wouldn't have.
You were carrying around a fake hand.
I just
You don't know what's in my
imagined I've got a
disguise
picnic
kit.
Yeah, your
blanket
thing
like
like
that. Yeah.
wrapped around. You just are so mad at this series of events, and you just feel yourself kind of flipping over the edge, and you feel this weird like. It's a bit like you need to fart.
Yeah.
This like pressure building inside you, and you're like, wait, I just gotta get it out, and you just start to like rage, and as you do so, like 10 feet away, this little like boop, floating almost like jellyfish kind of thing, it's got eyes that look in like 2 different directions, it just like pops into existence in front of you and just stares at you as it like slowly oscillates in the air.
What the hell is going on?
And as you say that, and as you enter your rage, and you kind of feel this wild magic surge build up through you, your hand starts to itch.
Oh God.
Your missing hand starts to itch. You look down at where your stump is, and there is a definite, like, tickly itch where your hand should be. It feels like if you sit down in grass and that feeling.
I do this. And I go to like grab my missing hand with my right hand.
As you do so, as you like grab this space where your hand was, your like vision blacks out a second. And then you're staring up at a man with the face of a rabbit. He lifts you up off the ground and like looks at you. And the rabbit goes, "I'll look after you, little man." And you feel your fingers and your thumb, that is your whole body now, wriggle with happiness. And then you snap back and you're back in the space.
What is happening right now?
So the flump, it appears within 5 feet of one creature of my choice that I can see within 30 feet of me. Because I dashed, I should be within 30 feet.
Oh, did you dash over there?
Yeah, I dashed first.
Okay.
So It should
60.
be able to appear within.
Yeah, you can get it close to the copper knight.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Obviously not on purpose. She doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And as the end of her turn fizzles into a panic as she is having out-of-body experiences and seeing weird things, and she probably thinks she's losing her mind, the jellyfish thing explodes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this thing pops up. So spare a moment for the Knight of the Copper here, everybody. He's just grabbed this kid, and then suddenly there's vines around him. This like weird winged demon has ran, and he's suddenly, for the first time in his adult life, he is terrified. And as he begins to consider running away, a jellyfish, a like gormless looking jellyfish, pops into existence near his head. He just has time to go, what the, when it boom, explodes in this flash of colour and bubbles. What happens?
He has to do a dex save,
Okay.
or take 5 force damage.
He fails.
He takes 5 force damage.
He takes just straight 5
Yeah,
force damage.
1d6, and I rolled it. So
I think Mason's unconscious body also takes 5 force damage because I'm in the Alloy Knight's
How
arms.
big's the...
it's literally just creatures within 5 feet of the flump.
You're technically, because you can't occupy the same space as someone else, so technically you're in the square next to him. So if the flump is...
But
the
I'm
other
not,
side
I'm
of
not
him.
a person, I'm a body.
You're still a
Can I
person.
not?
You don't count as an item.
You were a body when you went down as well, so you would have been in that square next to him, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not. You're
That's
also
how
not
I was
getting in my
picturing it.
entangle.
I was in his arms and he punched me.
For flavour, but within the context of the game, you're actually in the square next to him.
Don't I still take the force damage there?
No, because it's 5 feet.
No, it's 5
So
feet. So
literally
it's like,
like-
it's like
Stop
your body.
trying
then
to-
Stop
him,
trying to
then a
take
jellyfish.
Die.
There should be repercussions. I was in his arms.
Well, he
was
had his hand
holding you
around
in
your
space next to
ankle.
him.
He's
Sure.
Yeah,
dropped
he
it.
pulled-
And then
he
did
pulled him-
this.
He pulled him down.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Great.
We
So
get
this
that one
thing
for free.
blows up. His head like knocks around in his helmet, and he's just going, "What the fuck?" Lawrence.
I'm going to take this opportunity to try and literally pry him out of his hand.
Okay.
Try it, Andre.
Make a strength check. I'm going to say he's going to roll at disadvantage against you because there's a lot going on in his life at the moment.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah, 20. Even with all this going on, he's like, he kind of pulls his head up and he's like, "Don't you fucking dare. Give me the point."
Oh yeah, you're an old man.
You're like, they're like, your hands are shaking because you're so elderly.
Anything else? No. Okay, he's going to go. He's going to, he's furious now.
He's gonna rage.
He's dropped his thing on the floor and he can't maneuver himself to pick it up because of the way he's holding Mason. So he's going to reach his back. He's going to pull out his crossbow, his light crossbow. He's going to fire at disadvantage against you because you're close to him. What? He's just literally going to try and ping this crossbow bolt into you.
Is it a rubber bolt?
No. No, he's mad. He's lost his. That's a 10.
It doesn't hit.
It like fires off, just hits the wall, bounces off. He throws it down and he's going to just try and punch you with his second attack because he doesn't have a hand to load the bolt.
Use brutality.
Ooh, that is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
So you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage
I go down.
as he just clocks you around the head.
Oh, I'm gonna say.
That is exactly my hit points. I just gong back.
Okay, that was lethal. He was trying to kill you. He was mad.
okay, I'm
so
down,
you are
down.
making death saves.
I can't believe we just killed an old man.
Right? I hope someone got that on a painting. What's our version of camera?
Someone sketched it.
I hope someone's sketching this fight.
Mason, you are down.
Oh man.
Neoma, it's your go.
Ah! So you've gone down. And the Aloe Knight is holding on to.
Neoma,
Oh,
behind you.
Mhm.
No, sorry, next to you.
Umia.
Umia turns to you and goes, "Wait, and then act on my signal."
I will obey. Do I know what I'm going to do? No. I assume she'll tell me.
You wait for...
I hold my action for further instructions.
Great. Umia steps forward, goes, I really hope this works. Grabs the, like, vines and things that are rising out of the ground where you cast Entangle. And is going to cast Tree Stride.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
So as she grabs it, she closes her eyes and like begins to mutter. And the roots build up and wrap around each other into a kind of tiny tree. And in the tree, the bark like pulls apart and a portal opens up. That's her go. And she looks at you and she goes, go!
What? I can't leave everybody behind! Oh god, okay. How close is
Lawrence.
Lawrence? Sorry.
Lawrence is like on the floor in front of you, basically.
But close to the tree.
Yes, like literally right next to it.
Okay. I'm gonna look to Benedict, I guess, and say,
I'm a massive like demon angel.
yeah, but we haven't got time to discuss that right now. I'm gonna say, get Mason, and then I'm gonna grab Lawrence and I'm gonna try and drag him into the tree with me.
I'd say because he's like in the vines, make a strength check. Make it at advantage because it's your vines and they're kind of working with you.
Yeah, they're doing.
Does she get to use her spell modifier
wow.
rather than her strength or not?
No.
What's what?
It's not a high DC. You're just trying to move him a short distance.
You can do this. You can do this. Roll again.
Okay.
Was that a one?
That was
No, that was a 0.
That was a 2, but I have a -2.
Oh god, okay.
So that was a 0.
I hate this game.
Why do I roll? I've only brought one stupid D20 and I just roll shit every time. Okay, that was a 4 for a 2.
Okay, you start to pull him. You get about halfway there. You feel like in another round you can get him there, but you're not quite there yet.
Uno or Twister or something more fun. Or...
The guards go. 2 of them are just going to hang where they are. They're like frightened of you. They can't get closer to you, which means they can't get to anyone else. So they're just going to like wait. 3 of them, Benedict, are going to go and attack you.
God. I'm going to go down as well.
No.
First one. 5.
Misses.
Second one. Natural 1.
Definitely misses.
Third one.
Come on.
What's your AC?
It's high.
I missed the thing. That was fine. 14.
Misses.
So the first one, like, swings, you duck out the way. The second one, he tries to get through the vines and trips and face plants with the natural 1 and is like, oh, as they start to wrap up around him. The third pushes past his mates, swings up his sword, and you just knock it off with your shield. Benedict, it is your go.
Oh, God. So, sorry, can I just clarify the picture again?
Yeah.
So, what is the picture again?
So, you're essentially standing next to the Copper Knight,
Yeah, who's holding Mason?
who's holding Mason.
So there's like so it goes Mason, Copper Knight, me.
You. In front of you is now 3 guards gathered around and 2 further behind them.
Okay.
Directly behind you
Is
the portal
Okay.
with Neoma and Lawrence like dragging themselves into it.
One arm. I'm like,
I don't know whether I can do this, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna just move around to the other side of the night and just try and use my necrotic shroud to intimidate him back into the portal with Mason.
The portal.
Oh, okay.
whoa.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, it's just because he'll just follow us anyway, right?
Everything is stressful and my laptop is dying and that has all the information on it. So hold on. Everyone is stressed. Amber, technical wizard.
I've got one here.
Could you plug this in? Is there any threat?
My itchy hand is Mrs. Potato Head's eyes.
Okay. And we're back. And we're back.
All I
Okay.
can think about.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay. Fuck me. 13.
13. He's gonna... He looks scared. He's not moving yet.
That's presuming my action.
Yeah.
I'll use my bonus action to gain a spell slot back
Okay.
using Channel Divinity.
Great.
Oh no. No, I use it on Vow of Enmity on the Alloy Knight.
What does that do?
It gives me advantage on attack rolls for the next minute.
Okay. So as you kind of burst your wings out, you hear Tarquin's voice in your ear just go, yes! And you feel yourself full of like anger and rage against this man.
I don't like it.
Ögra.
Hi. I am going to see Neoma struggling
Yeah.
to pull Lawrence, and I'm going to go and help. I'm going to basically try and use my go to get the three of us through the portal.
Okay.
I've got disadvantage, but I've got advantage on strength checks, so they
it's a
cancel each other
Straight
out.
roll. Athletics, please.
13.
13. I'll say you can get Lawrence through. He's probably your first port of, because he's unconscious. So you kind of pull him off of Neoma and hike him through like a rugby ball.
Nice.
Can I
Swimming pool on the other side.
yeah, can I follow after?
Go.
Yeah, you can use your movement to get through, but you...
I would probably do that because I don't know where I've just thrown him and he's bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Also, as far as Ögra is aware, there's nothing to stop her from coming back the other way once she knows Lawrence is okay.
Okay.
So I'll follow him.
Okay, I'll get to you in a second.
Okay.
Lawrence, could you make a death save, please?
Oh, God.
Succeed?
Okay. Max,
Yes.
I realise I forgot to do something.
Oh.
I'm introducing a little house rule for if people are stable but unconscious, which is essentially you're going to roll death saves. If you succeed, you come up on... So if you get the 3, you come up on 1 hit point. If you fail 3, you start to bleed out.
Nice.
That's cool.
That's fun.
So make 1 for the go, which I missed you at.
So it makes sense. doesn't it?
Success.
Success. Okay.
Also, I've just the puppet.
Oh, what would the puppet like to do? Oh yes, the puppet has 2 goes actually, because I completely forgot to ask.
I think, if I'm not saying anything, I think it can do whatever it
Yeah,
wants.
I think that's what we said
I
last
think we
time.
said that last time.
So whatever it wants, you know, it could help. It could just dance.
What do you want?
I would imagine it's bonded to you, right?
Yeah.
So I would imagine what it would try and do is help get you free. So it could go
Yeah.
and take the help action to next time someone tries to get your body away from this guy.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Okay. The Copper Knight. What's he gonna do? He's probably going to... He's an angry man, the Alloy Knight. He's not someone who is particularly well adjusted or who knows how to deal with his feelings very well. He's terrified of you in this moment, so he is going to try and attack you at disadvantage.
Can he get to me? So I had to presumably have to go over the other side of Mason, did I, to get in front of him?
To push him back towards the portal, you would have had to go the other side.
Oh, okay.
And yes, unless you wanted to get out of his range.
I didn't say that, so
Okay, so he's going to make an attack at disadvantage. He still doesn't have his weapon. So he's just going to try and punch you. Oh, 2 16s. So that's a 25
yeah,
and a 9. No, not a 9, an 11.
misses.
So you take 6 points of damage
God.
as he just like just tries to punch you in the face. Mason, your next go.
Oh. That's a fail.
It's a fail. 1 success, 1 failure. Would your puppet like to do anything, or just continue helping?
Continue helping, I guess.
Continue helping. Neoma. Lawrence is through. Ögra is through. They are in front of you.
Dude. Because it'll be hilarious. You can carry people.
Yeah, that's true. Oh God.
Also, it's so funny.
Okay. Okay. Everything's a disaster again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, this music is. Okay. We've got to get Mason through the portal. I'm not strong enough to do that by myself. But I feel inner strength. I do feel that inner strength. Although I'm not sure how I'd pick him up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm wondering, because this obviously I could grab him with my teeth.
Yeah. It's just,
You could technically still do that with your first option.
Do you think?
Yeah, you've still got teeth.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, I
true.
do, that's true. Okay, so feeling panicked and stressed again and not sure what to do. I know that Lawrence is safe. I know that Ögra is safe. Turn around. You're looking terrifying, but not looking great. And seeing that Mason's puppet is around, I'm going to channel what I was feeling before and try and feel that primal energy that I felt when I turned into a wolf. I'm going to try and calm my inner mind and turn back into a wolf, except that won't happen. What will happen is that I will start to kind of change and shit, and then I'm going to go, "Ah!" and I'm going to turn into a mule. So obviously not having any idea what happened before, but feeling like there is some primal instinct carrying. That's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to carry Mason through that portal. And what would be good for that is a donkey. So
A beast of burden.
a beast of burden.
Okay.
So as my bonus action, question mark?
Yep,
I
you-
can wild
you
shape.
wild
so
shape.
I wild shape into a mule. And then, so I'm considered a large animal for the purpose of determining its carrying capacity.
Okay.
I have advantage on strength and dexterity saving throws. That is made against effects that would knock me prone. So I don't know if that is something that it would be important now. I also have hooves. I could make a melee weapon attack. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and pull Mason as a donkey
Okay.
through the portal.
So, you, with your big, blunt mule teeth,
Yeah.
you grab onto the back of Mason's jacket and you start to pull. Can you make a strength check? If the beast has proficiency in athletics, it can be an athletics check.
How do I know if
no,
it's
it
got
doesn't. It would say
proficiency?
it there. But it has got a better strength than you do.
It
And
does.
you can
I
make
think
it at advantage
Oh.
because the puppet is buzzing around the thingy's head.
Okay.
You want to try a different dice, or you can?
I don't have a different
Do you want
dice.
to borrow one of mine? Because that one sucks.
Yeah, this one does. Is this one any good?
I have no
It's
idea.
not rolled higher than a 6 on that d20.
I like this. I'm going to roll this
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't go in the pot.
Do I roll
You
it
can
again?
roll it
It
again.
didn't go in the pot.
That was the same again.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a 12.
He holds his own against the mule for now.
Why can I not roll anything? I'm not mad. I'm just really disappointed in myself. Okay, well, we're having a mule
A
off.
mule off.
Oh god, it's like the wolf all over again.
Umia is going to cast she definitely wishes that you guys had done this already, but she's like, she's going to, as her action, is going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Does that affect the portal in any way?
Apologies. I knew that was going to happen. No.
Cool.
So, Mason and Benedict. Neoma, do you look hurt at all?
No,
You're
not even
mule.
hurt slightly.
So,
Just useless.
Mason and Benedict,
You're hard to hit. That's a good thing.
you regain
I'm sorry I took you out the healing zone.
14 points of 14 hit points each. So Mason, you are back on your feet.
Well, you're not. You're being held, but it's true.
And then she is going to, seeing Neoma, she is going to bonus action wild shape.
Oh.
Please be another mule. Please be another mule.
What?
I didn't have this list up because I wasn't expecting her to do this today. But let us see. She is going to.
Another donkey.
It's
Donkeys
probably
unite.
not going to be a donkey, but it might be. Who knows?
Could have been a goat. Maybe a goat would have been strong.
No.
She is going to.
No.
A donkey is stronger than a...
Come on.
Donkeys are the strongest animals.
Donkeys are the strongest animals. We all know that donkeys are the strongest animals. She could be a baboon. She's not going to turn into a donkey. She is, however, going to turn into a mammoth.
What?
Oh,
As
Well,
she,
that's just showing off.
she kind of turns back, her fur sprouts across her. She swells in size and becomes a mammoth. That is the end of her go. The guards, the 3 guards who can attack you are going to attack you, Benedict. 12,
misses.
13,
Misses.
unnatural 20.
That hits.
So again, the last guard, the only one who's at all competent, his mates, like one of them still on the floor, is like dragging themselves, the other one's trying to help him up. Is like, oh, want something done, do it yourself. And he's going
That's what
to...
he says. He's so jolly.
Yeah, he's a happy man. He's going to swing with his long sword, and you are going to take 10 points of slashing damage as he across you.
Back down again.
You're not down.
No.
Benedict, it is your go.
Oh. So I've got a goat, no, a donkey,
Yeah.
and then a mammoth.
Yeah.
You're standing there, you've got essentially Alloy Knight, Donkey and Mammoth, and then kind of behind you are the guards.
And Mason's just woken up.
Mason's there, and I can see his puppet trying to help.
Yeah.
Not anymore, though.
Not anymore.
It's
No,
just
it's
being
used the
used.
help action for...
Yeah.
Oh, it used it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm still not very good.
He's still grappled.
He's still grappled, but he's awake.
Can
Terrified
I?
of you.
Yeah. Can I try and pull him out?
Yeah. Make a athletics check.
I'm still pulling. Is that advantage?
No. I rolled very high, 25.
What's the point?
I know,
to
why-
like
I
to
don't
resist
know.
the
Today.
demon from grabbing
I
you.
think we need to get all new dice. I think we need to get blessed by some D&D.
Any bonus
Dice
actions?
blesser.
Save me.
Oh! A grapple check is technically an attack roll. You have advantage on attacks against it.
Oh. Do I?
Yeah, because you cast your
you
thing.
cast your
I
thing.
did. It's worse.
This is a nightmare.
Yeah, let's
I'm
have the
trapped in
dice
a
jail
nightmare.
thing.
You're in a portal.
You're dead.
I'm not even there.
Oh, God.
Might as well just mark those off.
I can just actually pack these.
Anything else?
Really nice.
Yeah. Don't.
I'll use my
Making
Channel Divinity now to get a spell slot back.
Okay.
And then I'll move. I'm within his range. I'm within his
You're
range. aren't I?
currently, yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
No, maybe I should move. I'm going to die otherwise. Nah. This is it, guys, I think.
You could take 4 attacks of opportunity if you move.
That's going to happen at some point. But it's fine, I'll wait.
Okay. Ögra,
Yeah.
you step through the portal
Yeah.
and you find yourself in what looks like an abandoned church.
Okay.
And you get a momentary flashback to the world that you saw through the crack. Because the inside of this church has been overtaken by nature. A tree sprouts in the middle of what once was the pews. The whole thing is covered in moss. Birds seem to be nesting in the rafters. It's quite beautiful in a kind of rundown and broken way.
Mm-hmm.
There doesn't appear to be any immediate danger. No one else is here. You lay Lawrence down on the... Well, actually, you chucked him through, so he lands and like skids and lies there in the moss.
My rage ends because I did not attack anyone or take any damage last time.
Okay.
And then I'll go over to Lawrence and try and help him, check on him.
Okay.
He doesn't... There's blood. I don't know where it's coming from.
So, this is another house rule that I have, which is if you're attempting to stabilize someone who's down, the normal rules are you make a medicine check. If you beat a 10, they're stable. I think that's way too easy. So,
I am exhausted. Don't make it too hard.
rather than that, instead what happens is you essentially make a death save for them. So if you roll over a 10, they will gain a save. If you roll under, you can make it worse. Unless you are proficient in medicine, in which case there is no negative. Are you proficient in
Why
medicine?
would I be proficient in medicine? That's crazy.
To be fair, what we could do right now is making it not easy.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that then. Cause
What I would allow you to do is you can make a medicine check. If you beat 10, you can have advantage next time. Or you could, if you make a medicine check now and succeed, you can take out the risk of failure next time. But you'd have to wait a whole nother round.
Yeah.
The portal is still open behind you.
You had 1 death save already, so you're down 1. So if she rolled a 1, you'd die.
Yeah.
Well, no. I'm on 1 success.
How many fails have you got?
I'm chill. I've got all 3 empty.
Might leave him alone. I've lost my rage. God. I'll go and I'm going to try and go back through the portal.
Okay, it's easily done. You just step back through, you're back in the fight where you left it.
Wow. Cool. I will. I mean, it's going to be useless, but she's... Well, actually, no, I'm going to try and join the fray of trying to pull Mason
Great.
with my one hand.
How many waywards
So I
does it
imagine that
take?
Mason's... He's not tall, is he? He's not like a big...
No, he's quite little.
He's quite...
I think he's 6
Everyone's
foot.
quite tall.
Oh, he's tall.
Everyone is
He's
tall
only
apart
fine. I
from
don't know why.
Neoma.
He's
He's like the
6'2".
one normal
Oh, he's
size.
really tall.
I would like to join the tug of war
Okay, make an athletics check.
at disadvantage.
Yes. Ooh, he rolled badly.
That was good. Do it again. Did you do it again?
No, but I got a 19 on the second one. I rolled a 20 and then a 19, and I've got a +6.
So 25.
So 25.
Oh my god.
He rolled a 16.
Yes!
You yank him through. Now you can, you've only used like 10 feet a moment to get through. You can go back. You will take an attack of opportunity from him.
I will go back.
Okay. He can only punch because he's dropped his sword. 18.
Am I only within range of just him?
Yes, they're slightly further away.
Where is my AC? Oh, it's here. Oh, don't worry. I'm way under. Anyway.
Okay.
He hits.
You take
Yeah.
6 points of damage as he kind of punches you in the back as you pull Mason through and through the portal.
Gotcha.
Lawrence, make a death save.
I succeed.
Okay, so that's 2. The Copper Knight.
Oh, God.
So you're through.
Yes, us three are through.
Now he's dropped Mason.
Mean a donkey.
He can't really get to the portal because you guys are all blocking it.
And the mammoth.
The mammoth is blocking. He's going to bend down and pick up his sword. Now he's got both his hands free. And he is going to... who's he going to attack? There's so much happening. He is going to... I think he's going to attack the mammoth first and foremost. Because he's like, what the hell?
It's the biggest target.
That's fair. He doesn't want to attack you, or does he?
So...
Scared of you.
21 to hit, so he hits. He can do quite a lot of damage, but the mammoth has quite a lot of hit points.
That's
Mammoths,
fair.
innit?
Donkeys are so wise.
So he does 20 points of damage on the mammoth. Just like cuts across it. Mammoth doesn't look particularly bothered. And I think that scares him more, so he's going to attack it again. He's going to hit again. And do another 13 points of damage to the mammoth. Mammoth looks upset by this, but not particularly bothered. Mason, you appear in this church. Lawrence is bleeding out on the floor. You are baffled by what has just occurred. And you still look like Andre.
Is a death saving for an ability check?
It is, yeah.
Guidance.
Great.
I guide him back to the world of the living.
It should be on the record that I think you're Andre, because I am the only person who hasn't been informed
Yeah.
otherwise.
I don't think.
No, but he's out.
Cool.
I will go to the portal, just put my head through, and be like, come on.
Is that your puppet?
Yeah.
Okay, you said your puppet's going to...
Yeah.
Puppet, with that horrible, like, gangly hands it does, just flies through. The puppet is now through. Neoma, Donkey Neoma.
If I run, am I okay?
You'll take an attack of opportunity,
I will.
but you could disengage. You could use your action to disengage and then just donkey run
Is that
through.
what you're going to do? Yes, well, that makes sense.
Okay.
That's what I will do.
The donkey, like, turns, like, kicks behind her just to put off the guy so he can't get an attack away, and then just barrels through. So, Mason, as you, like, get through, the donkey just runs, and you have to, like, duck out of the way as the donkey charges through.
Good donkey.
Umia is going to hold her movement until Benedict is through.
Will she fit through the portal as a mammoth?
No. So she will bonus action drop the mammoth. She was like, well, that was useless. Bonus action, turns back to her, winks at the alloy knight, and is going to hold her action to move.
Everyone's just taunting this guy.
Benedict. She will take 3 attacks.
You're still down.
Natural 20.
I'm going down, guys.
Oh, no.
Second 2 miss. So you're only going to take 1 attack.
Yeah, but you did like 10 points of damage last time.
No, that was the alloy knight.
How much health do you have?
7.
No, it wasn't. It was one of the towns.
Oh, it was. Yeah, you're right.
So he's got a plus.
7.
He's got. It's a D8.
The donkey goes back.
He's got a plus
through
2.
them.
And he rolls a D8.
Oh.
So basically, he has to roll a 1, a 2. Anything above a 2 or above.
No,
Oh,
he's
no.
got
No,
Three.
he's at 7.
7. So
Plus 2, yeah. So if he rolls a 3, you get
Rolls a-
6. Plus 2.
Maths.
I didn't understand anything.
No.
he rolls a
It's
4.
really confusing.
4 plus 2 is 6. 3 plus
Yeah.
2 is 5.
Doesn't he get double damage
dice,
dice
though.
because it's crit?
He does get double
Oh.
damage
Come on,
dice.
guys.
That was all fun and games until the double dice came out.
Oh.
Now's your chance. Wake up, take him down.
And she's dropped the mammoth, so she can't even pick you up.
I rolled a 1 and a 4. So you take 7 points of damage.
That's literally my hit
Ooh.
points.
However, I realized I rolled the wrong damage dice last time I attacked you.
Oh.
I rolled a D10 or a D8.
I thought it was high.
So
Oh, well, look
you remember how much you lost?
I lost 10.
10.
You lost 10?
But I won't be down because I literally 7 hit points was my hit points. How do I put myself back?
Well, I rolled an 8 plus 2, so you are down.
Oh, so it's still 10.
Yes.
But you're not bleeding out.
No, I am bleeding out.
Yeah, you are bleeding out.
Okay.
Yeah. Hit 0. Okay. Seeing that, Umia is going to use her move to get to Benedict, but that's all she can do, rather than going through the portal. Lawrence, with a plus D4.
I don't think that. Oh, it does help.
Yep. I'm back.
Lawrence wakes up.
Oh my god.
You see Andre lying over you.
Am I in heaven?
I love that you know to still be the old man.
Always in character.
We learn from the best.
I'm rolling terribly now. The Copper Knight swings twice at Umia. Misses once, hits once.
Umia's going to go down.
Can you imagine?
No, she's okay. 16 points of damage. She dodges the first one, takes the second. Mason.
Neoma's a mule.
Yes.
You're here.
I'm an old lady.
You're awake. I'll look at all three of you, mule included.
Thank you.
Mason was there about when you heard about the way into the jail?
Yeah.
No. That was the boss.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that.
I don't know if we've... No, I don't know. We probably would have told everyone because that was the evening before, wasn't it? I
Okay,
don't know.
great. So I won't say anything to them. I'll just have a look in my eye. And I'll step back out the portal, hands raised, and say, you want me? I'm here. Let them go.
There's only me left.
Make a persuasion check.
You're going to die. Persuasion. 5. Because I have -1.
Okay. We'll wait on there, go see what happens. Ögra.
My go?
Yeah.
I'm going to yank him back through the
Okay.
portal.
I'm guessing you're going to oppose this.
Well, I mean... Yeah, yeah. I would have just one step through. I don't think I'm like...
I want to, when I yank him back through, by the way, I'm not going to then let go of him. I'm effectively grappling him.
Yeah, that's fine. So either make an acrobatics check or an athletics check, but you're at disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm also at disadvantage.
You're also at disadvantage. Roll at disadvantage.
Although, does this count as an attack roll? In which case, it wouldn't be disadvantage.
You can use your attack to... Are you raging?
No,
Why would it be at advantage?
because exhaustion only affects your ability checks.
Uh-huh. No, this is an ability check.
Where?
You use the attack.
It was worth asking.
What am I doing? Acrobatics?
Or athletics.
Disadvantage.
Yep. Mason?
7.
17.
You're the one I want to take me. They all kind of look at you, and then whoop, and she just pulls you back through.
I imagine out of nowhere you pulled one of those shepherd canes and you just
Yoink.
yoink him back.
Andre, what are you doing?
Neoma. You could get to Benedict and back, but you take an
don't know
attack of
that I'm
opportunity.
down,
No, I don't know he's down.
You don't.
Would you have said Benedict's down as you got pulled back in? I don't know.
Benedict's
But
down.
I don't understand why you don't
You
know.
can see.
Just
You can see through the
portal,
portal. It's
I can see through
yeah,
the
yeah,
portal.
yeah. It's like a hole
like
in
a
the
window.
world. So you
Oh, I want to make the donkey equivalent of a sigh. Ah.
Why you really went for it?
do it. Donkey fireman to the rescue.
I don't. But what can I do?
You can grab him and pull him back. You'll take an attack of opportunity on the way, but you can do it.
Okay, let's do that then.
Okay,
I'm
so-
gonna run out as a donkey. I'm gonna try and grab him and pull him back
So we're gonna say.
in.
So you're making a strength check
Yeah,
to get him through the vines. You're
Yeah.
making it at advantage because it's your spell.
yeah.
And there's no opposed because no one's grabbing him. So you just. What's the donkey strength?
14.
What's the ability?
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
And so you just have to beat a 10. So if you roll above an 8, with either of these 2 dice, you can grab Benedict and go through.
Come on.
Oh yeah, come on.
Almost impossible not to do this.
Yay!
19 plus 2 at 21. I'm suddenly
Okay.
the strongest donkey in the world.
The donkey
Oh,
gallops out, grabs Benedict, starts to drag him back through. The Alloy Knight attacks 21.
Oh, that hits. Oh wait, I don't know what my yes. Oh yes.
So the donkey takes 10 points of slashing damage.
Oh, I have 11 hit points.
Oh! And he just like stabs you in the hindquarters, but you
What does noise does a donkey make?
as you drag him back through. Okay, Lawrence.
Yes.
Oh. Umia looks back.
No.
Oh, no.
No. No.
And lets the portal close.
No.
Is it her turn?
But she just drops the spell. You can drop a spell at any time. As the portal snaps shut, and you guys find yourselves alone in this church, that's where we'll end today's session.
God, we suck so bad.
We're so bad at D&D.
Lee, that was such a.
We should change the name from
I
merely
think I did
roleplayers to
great.
nearly, because we suck. We suck.
I love that there's a bunch of civilians who went to town to do some shopping, and then they're like, I saw a donkey, a mammoth, a dead boy,
A jellyfish.
a demon, a jellyfish, and an elderly couple.
They all failed though.
Attacking
They
the
also
city
weren't
guard.
any good.
Thank you.
Literally,
None of us
they're
look
like,
normal.
Alloy Knights are great. They really could take the city.
Thank you
man.
so much for joining us as the curtain falls on tonight's episode. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Oh, God.